Okay, guys, I've accumulated a lot of books since I arrived here in Germany, and I decided to break it up in three parts. First, being free books that I have, Kindle books that I have, things that I bought, and things that were given to me. I've decided that's how I was going to do it because I don't know, it has really no rhyme or reason. So, I'm going to start with the biggest one, which is actually free books. So, let's come here, you. Come here. Yeah, there's like three whole piles here. Yeah. So, first off, I'm going to go with Elector's Choice by L.E. something. And this is actually the fourth book in the series, but this one predates the first part of the series, like the first three, so I decided to pick it up. And this isn't the one about map making, because I know she, he, them, it has a series about map making, but this isn't it. Not sure what it is, but it has a dragon. I like that. Next one is The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime by Mark Hayden. And I don't know, I heard good things about this one. Plus it's short, and I was like, I'll pick it up. It's free. Why not? And plus it has little pictures and math, and it's about this kid who finds a dog that was killed, and I was like, I want to solve that mystery. Alright. Next, I have Caitlin R. Kirana, and that's Daughter of the Hounds, and Low Red Moon, which is the second one of the series, but this one is like a side story of this series. So, yeah, and if I like this, I'll pick up the first one of the series. And this is like a dystopian meets fantasy, like there's goblins and stuff or something. And Neil Gaiman recommends it, so it's got to be good, right? I've loved everything Neil Gaiman's made. Next, I got Stray, which is about werecats. That's all I really have, but yeah. Next, I have Ice Hunt by James Rowlands, which is about ice, and they hunt through it. Literally, I think that's what it is. I think it has a mystical element to it or something, but there's like a thriller mystery thing, and they're in ice. Heard good things about James Rowlands. Next is Spirit Fox, which is about a spirit fox. No, I'm kidding. This is about a girl who combines herself with a fox by accident, so they're kind of one and the same person. And I picked this up on a whim because it was like a fantasy book, and I was like, and it's had pretty good reviews when I looked it up on Goodreads, so I was like, this is mine. It's mine. Next I have is The Faded Sun by C.J. Shuri. And this is apparently about humans being assholes on Mars. And now, like, this alien dude accidentally finds, like, a human baby or something and decides to raise it. I don't know, I'm not quite sure. But it's the whole trilogy, so that's nice. And man swear to be the okay, yeah. It's people being assholes. It's just my favorite, actually. Next is Joe Haldeman, Old 12th, 20th. And this doesn't have very good reviews, but I've heard good things about Joel Haldeman, and some of the people that I follow on Goodreads really recommended it, so I got picked up. Once again, free. Why not? It's short. Next is Clan of the Cave Bear by Jean M. Uller. And I've heard I have to read Valley of the Horses, but Valley of the Horses was not free, and this one was. And plus it didn't have this awful cover. I love it. Look how awful it is. Anyway, this is actually historical fiction, which I haven't read a lot of historical fiction, but whatever. And it's about this woman growing up the clan. She's blonde while everybody else is like, I don't know, not blonde. And she's white while everybody else is not white. And I assume there's a cave bear. descriptions on my part. Next, I have Dominion by Fred, and it's about vampires. And it's the 7th one in the series, but it's about vampires. Vampires. Need to read more books about vampires, seriously. Next is The Serpent and the Rose by Cassandine Baron. And this is the first one in the War of the Roses. Also, not very good reviews. Heard it's very simple fantasy, but every once in a while, I like to be in very stereotypical fantasy mood where I just want to see a knight rescue some princess. I just want it, okay? I want to be the princess that gets rescued and have her life like just handled for her, especially since I had to apply for college and stuff. Why can't I be a princess? That's all I'm asking. Next I have is Jacqueline Carey's The Nuns Blessing, which is the 3rd book in the something series, Nuns Curse series, I assume. I have the 2nd one, and now I have the 3rd one, and I bought the 1st one, but you're going to see that in my next haul. But yeah, now I finally have the whole series. Though I really hope I don't have this one. I don't remember if I had the 2nd one or the 3rd one, but this one, it was like, I'll get it anyway. Next I have The Forest House by Maureen Zimmer Bradley, and this is the 2nd book in the Avalon series, which I didn't even know. So interesting. I don't know how to feel about that because I totally thought this was just like a one-off by Maureen Zimmer Bradley. So I haven't read The Mist of Avalon. I did read quite a bit of the Firebird book, and that was really, really good. I don't know why I didn't finish it, but probably had something else on my mind. But yeah, it was really good. Next, I have Tanya Huff's The Quarter novels, and that is the 5th quarter, and the it just says the quarter, no quarter. Yeah. And this is about a brother and sister who become one body. And this is the 2nd one. I don't have the 1st one, but technically these two are like the main part of the series. And the 1st one just deals with some chick who gets pregnant. Yeah. But I really wanted to read this one, these two. And I really love Tanya Huff. And she's an amazing writer. Really love her Blood series. I haven't read the Toni Foster one yet, but it's going to happen. Next, my friends, is one you might want to sit down for and get some popcorn. Because these are the Dragonlance / Ravenloft novels I need to show you. Yay! So let's do this really quick so we can not be over like 30 minutes. Oh god, spilling everywhere. Okay. First book, Dance of the Dragons. Dance of the Dead by Christy Golden, not Goldman. And this is about a girl who travels on a boat that can go within Ravenloft and not get killed. That's interesting. No, really, it's interesting. Ravenloft is a cruel, decrepit world, and I love it. Anyway, when the boat arrives, a zombie-like plague, island, and she gets in peril, and I think she meets Strahd. I really hope she meets Strahd, because I love Strahd. He's so creepy and weird. Love reading about him. Next book is The Firstborn of the Elven Nations, and this is a Dragonlance book. All the rest of the books are going to be Dragonlance books. Screw Forgotten Realms, Dragonlance forever. I know Drizzt is great. I don't care. Dragonlance has more dragons. I'm all about dragons. Plus, like, this is a lot more of, like, epic world stuff happening in Dragonlance. Well, in Forgotten Realms, like, it's such a big place that things that seem world-ending aren't, unless you're Drizzt. But even then, not so much. So, anyway, Firstborn. I assume this is about the Firstborn Elves. Don't really know, but where did I put that? Okay. Next is one of the Legends series. This is a Gates of Thorburn by Dan Parkinson. Yeah, it's Parkinson. And this is about a kingdom, a dwarf kingdom, and I haven't read a lot of books about dwarves, and I'm excited. And this is the history of their kingdom in Dragonlance. So excited. Yep. Excited. And I heard this one is pretty good because a lot of the Hero series aren't very good, but this one had pretty decent reviews. I mean, other than Legend of Huma, not a lot of them have good reviews. Next is the 6th book in the Companion series. Well, not the Companions, the Meeting Sexton series, and this is about how the Companions all meet before they meet in the Autumn of Dragons, which is the very, very first published book in Dragonlance by Marguerite Weiss and Tracy Hickman. This one is not by them, but whatever. And this is the 6th book. I plan to collect them all, obviously, but I grabbed this one because it was there. Next, I have the Anvil of Time series, and this is volume 1. This is volume 2. This one is the Sellsword. This one is the Survivors. And I don't know, it's about this guy who can travel through the Dragonlance time and writes down their history. So that's pretty cool. Next, I have, I think this is volume 1 actually. Yeah, volume 1. This is The Warrior's Journey, the Aragoth trilogy, and this is volume 1, and this is volume 2, and this is before the first Cataclysm. So that's going to be exciting. Ooh, cataclysms. I like that word. Just automatically means like some great destruction. Love it. Because destruction's not quite great. You're like, oh, you totally destroyed that. It's not as cool as like that was a cataclysmic event, man. That's how much you messed up. Love it. Next, I have the King Priest trilogy, but I only have volume 1 and volume 2 because I suck. And, well, I have horrible luck. But this is the Divine Hammer, and this is Sacred Fire, and this is about the priests in Dragonlance, which I don't really get to read a lot because the main ones I've read are all about the 9, 7, 6, I don't know. A lot of companions series, like the Autumn of Dragon series. And they don't really go into a priest because they don't have priests there. They have instead a borderline evil wizard. And I like him a lot, but it's cool to learn about some priests. And the last but not least of my Dragonlance / free book haul thingy here is the Dwarf Home series by Douglas Neils. This is The Secret Pacts of Tharkas. And here we go. And here's the second one. This is Hair of Kalon. And yeah. And I'm not really sure what these are about, but they're about dwarves. Yep, about dwarves. And so it's pretty cool. I get to learn more of that. Hopefully Flint is in this. If not, I'm going to be sad. So yeah, that's the end of the first part of my book haul. So